But with breast tissue, what we know about thermography is it can detect anomalies or things in breast tissue that may be bad tissue growth 8 to 10 years before a mammogram can pick up on any structure. So in order for, and I'm going to go ahead and put this picture down, but in order for a mammogram to show a structure in a breast tissue, that structure or that cell growth has to have been replicated for 8 to 10 years in order for the mammogram to pick up on anything. Well, a thermogram can detect changes, physiological changes in the body in years too. So it really, in terms of giving a woman the head start on her breast health, thermography is a much better way. There's no downsides to thermography. There's no radiation, there's no compression of breast tissue, nothing touches the breasts. For me, there's only an upside, okay? With mammography, you have ample radiation year after year, which is sitting in the tissues, recirculating, because most people are too sick to detoxify. And I make that statement not pointing at people that have diseases, because you don't have to have a disease to be toxic, okay? You'll eventually get there if you don't detoxify, but you don't have to have outward signs of being sick to determine that you're toxic. If your body is overburdened and it cannot remove the radiation, then it will recirculate in your tissue. And for those of you that don't know, I can tell you, and you can verify this, radiation does cause cancer. So overexposure year after year after year after year. And of course, mammography is not the only way we get exposed to radiation, correct? There are other forms. We can go to the dentist and get exposed to it through x-rays. We can go to the chiropractor and have x-rays done. We can have a CT scan. We can have a PET scan. We can stand in front of a microwave oven and receive different forms of radiation. So, you know, we're being bombarded from all sides. And for me, I have to question why we would ever screen for cancer with something that causes cancer. It makes no sense whatsoever to me at all. It really blows my mind. And furthermore, there are those that recognize that mammography is a part of the problem, that breast cancer is so pervasive and on the rise. When mammography came out as a screening tool, they told all of us that this was going to be the saving grace, that it was going to help reduce the incidence of breast cancer. That has not happened. And so we have to move in a different direction. We have to. In order to save women's lives. And, you know, that's why I use it here in my office, because I do focus on women's health, and that's a very large portion of women's health. And I help them to navigate the reports and to educate them on the processes of breast health in terms of the things that they can do to make changes, physiological changes, which they will see in subsequent scans.